the very beginning of its existence in 1979. So the archive has just marked its 45th anniversary with a wonderful 6-month-long exhibition at Beinecke Rare Books and Memory at Yale called In the First Person, where you could interact with screens and listen to selections from the testimonies and see also some material objects, including the metal wire recorder that was first used after the war to collect testimonies, not by this archive, of course, and many other objects, valuable objects and pieces of information. So this material serves as the basis for this performance that you're about to see, is scattered across more than 4,400 testimonies, Holocaust testimonies of survivors and witnesses to the Holocaust. Since interviewees were asked to share their entire life stories, not just the Holocaust episodes. The songs and poetry often appear in the recordings and provide a window into these individuals' lives, and they present a unique historical source pertinent to their life before, during, and after the Holocaust. So it really gives a holistic picture. While many of the songs in the collection came from the pre-war period, others were indeed composed during the Holocaust in the ghettos and camps. By performing these songs, we aim to lift up survivors' voices, to focus on diversity and complexity of their lives before, during, and after the Holocaust, and all the more important now as living memory of the Holocaust, as the Holocaust slips away, as the generation of witnesses fades from the scene. So 50 years after the liberation of central Ukraine in the summer of 1994, researchers from the Fortunov Archive conducted interviews with the Holocaust survivors across Ukraine. Among the interviewees was Lubov K. And in fact, with that testimony, my work with the archive began in 2018, when then postdoctoral student Sarah Garibova worked in the archive and was doing specifically research into Lubov's testimony, given predominantly in Russian. And she and Stephen Naron, the director of the Fortunov Video Archive, reached out to me asking to transcribe, arrange, and perform two songs from that Lubov performed at the conference held by the archive in the May of 2018, which I and my bandmate Joshua Camp on the accordion did, indeed, and they were very impressed. And it was again another Dayenu story when they asked me to search for other pieces that Lubov performed, and the other two pieces happened to be pieces of amateur poetry that they composed in the slave labor camp in Zvenigorodka. So I took liberty to write my music, which was, period-appropriate music, to those two pieces of poetry, and we recorded the 4 pieces in the studio in Brooklyn. And then all the staffers in the archive got so impressed at what comes out of that when you actually record it and make it a living piece of performed music, and you supply it with commentary and liner notes and translations and etc. That they asked me to go to the archive and work with the sources and find more songs and poetry from other survivors and make an album, a whole album. So you see over there, we recorded 3 albums in the course of several years, including the pandemic, which was quite a feat. As you can imagine, with COVID testing and keeping on your toes, going into studio, and our team being an international one. Our soloist Sasha Luria, a native of Riga, Latvia, lives in Berlin mainly, and the violinist, formerly actually a Seattle native. Actually, he was born in South Africa, but raised in Seattle. and some of his former bandmate, Craig Udelman, they both live in Berlin. So that and the COVID situation, everything. So we managed to record 3 albums and produce a video series, which includes also commentaries by the leading specialists in Holocaust studies, Jewish studies, any applicable fields of academic research. And we did also remote recording. It was during the pandemic. We could not get together videos separately and mixed video and sound together. And that was quite a feat. It's available on the Yale University's YouTube channel as Songs from Testimonies. It's a wonderful memory. And we did also touring with concert series and lectures. And also you will see there was an animation that my friend and expat, Yulia Ruditskaya, formerly of Minsk, currently of Brooklyn, New York, a wonderful celebrated animator and artist, and she actually created all this art for the album. So she created an animation to one of the songs, which you'll hear and see today. So that's the story. And so back to Lubov. Born in 1921 in Zvenigorodka, Ukraine, she returned to her hometown after the war and remained there until the mid-90s, when she emigrated to Haifa, Israel. In her charming and understated way, Lubov provided testimony of astounding detail regarding pre-war Jewish life in Zvenigorodka. On May 5th, 1942, after spending 8 months in the Zvenigorodka ghetto, Lubov and approximately 300 others were transferred to the series of labor camps north of the city. The experience of family separation and backbreaking labor inspired the prisoners to write 4 of the songs that you can hear on our first album, Wo ist unser Heimat? Where is our homeland? That song was written by her in German. She was a German language teacher in Zvenigorodka, and that's why she was like a mix of German and Yiddish. As Lubov recalled, everyone wrote the songs all together. This one would give a word, that one would give 2, this one a line, and the next would add another. That's how it came together for us. The song In dem kleinen Dorf in Smilchensee conveys the suffering of Jewish mothers who were separated from their children and longed for their homes.
In dem kleinen Dorf in Smilchensee wohnen Juden in dem Lager unglücklich, und die Frauen weinen ohne Grund. Wo ist unsere Heimat? Was seien wir zu Haus?
In dem kleinen Dorf in Smilchensee wohnen Juden in dem Lager unglücklich. Und die Frauen weinen ohne ein Grund. Wo ist unsere Heimat? Wann seien wir zu Haus? In dem Stallschweinen leben wir, und wie Hunden hungrig seien wir. Das Kind hat keine Mutter, die Mutter hat kein Kind. Wo ist unsere Heimat? Wann seien wir zu Haus? Juden leidest uns, was von denen wusst kein Mann. Von die Tränen unserem keinen Flussen sein, von dem Blut von unserem kein sein an Ozean, von die Tränen unseren keinen Flussen sein, von dem Blut von unserem kein Sein ein Ozean. Jack M. was born in 1916 in the Polish town of Szydłowiec, or Szydłowce in Yiddish, where he also served in the Polish army and during World War II was a ghetto prisoner. A remarkable folk singer, Jack performed numerous songs of different genres and languages as part of his testimony. 2 decades prior, in the 1970s, Jack had been interviewed by the YIVO's Yiddish folk song project by the same interviewer, Toby Bloom-Dobkin, who was joined by Michael Alpert in 1990 for this interview. Jack's testimony has provided a wealth of inspirational material for all 3 volumes of Songs from Testimony. Really an astounding folk singer with a remarkable memory. Jack learned this song, Loi Luni, Not to Us, in the pre-war period in his hometown. Built around the cycle of Jewish holidays, this song portrays a gallery of vivid characters in the local community. Its title is the quotation from the Psalms, "Not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to your name bring glory for the sake of your love and your faithfulness." Oh, wow. Oh, there's a Kamaren. Die Kamares fliegen da. On the morning of Sukkot, it is pronounced that, Rabbi Bezalel is rushing to the synagogue where he prays and sings, "Loi Luni, not to us." The news has arrived from the capital city of Shushan. They have liberated all the Jews and hung Haman, his sons, and Vaizoso. Shosha, the charity overseer's wife, the Gabete, we sang today the song about Gabe and the Rebbe. The Gabete is his wife, the charity overseer's or sexton's wife. She rushes to the synagogue every Sabbath, and she sings a lot on the women's gallery, in Bainbridge Shul in Yiddish, Ezrat Nashim in Hebrew. The cantor prays with great devotion, and he stands there and he drops hot tears there. When it's time to start Loi Luni, not to us, it's in Polish, Loshin Kodesh, Polish, Lo Lano becomes Loi Luni. He stands there all the time. This is my exchange, this is my atonement, this is my vindication. Not to us, not to us. Ability to laugh at their own self is a powerful survival tool, really, at all times, and especially at the hardest times. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Every holiday is mentioned in that poem. Slepovitch doch jeder Jid, wenn der Sickes kommt zu gehen. Der Lefet, also stark Cookie in Gekreislauf, von groß bis klein. Jetzt im Rapturi, sei Hacken doch, Aspodi, in Rechel Pussy, sei Kapalusi, Loloni, Loloni. You got here Rosh Hashanah in Sikis.
And bye die 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 da die 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 die. Yam die 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 dum die da die boy bum boy bum boy bum boy. Yam die 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 da da die yam da bum bum bye die die. Tan die 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 da die tam da bum bum bye bum bye. Es bench doch jeder Jid, wenn der Sickes kommt zu gein. Der Lilef wird also stark obgehit in Getreißel von groß bis klein. In Schiller reintit laufen Rav Bezalel Sickes in der Früh. Schockelt sich dort beim Hallel, singt sich dem Loi Luni. Wer es ist nur Yid, der schockelt sich in der Miet. In der Seid beim Ständer, da schockelt sich Rav Sender. Der Ruf der Dayen, alle schreien, Loi Luni, Loi Luni. Fischer hat gehört die Geschichte von Homen Aroshe. That's right, that's exactly right. Dem größten Held, the big hero. Such. Hat gewollt inbringen Judentum, when it's annihilate all the Jews, fin der ganzer Welt, all around the world. Gekommen is Absire, von Shishen Abire, als mir hat befreit alle Jiden. In wem hat sich upgegessen sehr Sidde, is jeder gewinnt zufrieden. Als gehangen hat man Homen mit die Kinder, in Weisussu hängt Basinder, und sei Chalipussi, sei Chaberussi, Loiluni, Loiluni. Yabadam bam bai dai dagadam dai 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 hai dai da bam 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 dum dai dum dagadam dagadam bai dum dagadam dagadam dum dum dagadam dagadam dai yam dai 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 yam bam bam bai dai dai kan dai 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 ham bam bam bai dum bam bai oi da bam bai bam 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 bai da 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 yam ba da 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 oi bam 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 yam bam 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 Pam dai 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 ja ba bye ba ba boy Schosche die Gabete in der Schil läuft sach jeden Schabbes in dorten singt sie sehr viel in der weiberischer Schul. Der Hasen davent mit groß Kavune und singt mit groß Gewein. Als mir Kind, wenn es kommt zu dem Leuluni, bleibt zu Nebach Stein. Und wer es ist noch ein Jid, davent dort mit. In Jetzel, in Raff zu dick, sie hacken dort Aspodik, in sei Chalipussi, sei Chaperussi, Loiluni, Loiluni. Yaakov B. was born in Hrubieszów in Poland in 1926. The youngest of 3 children, he first attended the Jewish school, but then underwent a compulsory transfer to the public Polish school. From those years, he remembers walking around the town with the girls and learning the frivolous songs from them. For example, Hej tam na górce, Hey There on the Hill, is a funny song about amorous adventures of some guy named Yankel.
Hej tam na górce przy bramce, hej tam na górce przy bramce stoi tam Jakub na randce stoi tam Jakub na randce, a stary żołnierz pilnuje. A stary żołnierz pilnuje, a młody Jankiel całuje, a młody Jankiel całuje. Nie cały tyle tych o mnie, nie cały tyle tych o mnie, bo to opowiem twej mamie, bo to opowiem twej mamie.
Hej, tam na górce przy bramce, hej, tam na górce przy bramce stoi tam Jakub na rance, stoi tam Jakub na rance. Hej, tam na górce przy bramce, stoi tam na górce przy bramce, stoi tam Jakub na rance, stoi tam Jakub na rance. Haba! Oberek Rzeczycki, proszę Państwa, no! Haba! A stary żołnierz pilnuje, a stary żołnierz pilnuje, a młody Jankiel całuje, a młody Jankiel całuje. A stary żołnierz pilnuje, a stary żołnierz pilnuje, a młody Jankiel całuje, a młody Jankiel całuje. Haba! Zagraj tej oberek, proszę pana. Aj, nie całuj tyle ty, chamnie. Aj, nie całuj tyle ty, chamnie, bo to opowiem twej mamnie, bo to opowiem twej mamnie. Nie całuj tyle ty, chamnie, nie całuj tyle ty, chamnie, bo to opowiem twej mamnie, bo to opowiem twej mamnie. Bo to opowiem twej mamnie, bo to opowiem twej mamnie.
This composition, the Bonne, can hardly be called a song. It is rather a gathering of rhymes by the so-called Bona singers from Warsaw Ghetto. Bona was a food voucher, without which one could not buy food. While scarce in words, these verses convey the unspeakable tragedy of people who were dying from starvation in the street. Their bodies were later collected by the Pinkert burial agency. In the rather transparent ghetto lingo, to give away the bona meant to die. Hella R and Ada V, both former prisoners of the Warsaw Ghetto, remember the bona verses in Yiddish and Polish. Our setting of this little tune takes us to the sounds and streets of the Warsaw Ghetto, where popular tunes are heard as Jewish musicians illegally entertain the Polish citizens to earn their living, while in the streets people are clinging to their food vouchers, hoping to still have a bite to eat.
Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony, bo Pinkier jest cholera i bonę nam odbiera. Proszę ukazać.
Oi, die Bonne, ich will nicht weg in die Bonne, weil ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht abgeben, sei ja Jiddisch.
Oi, die Bonne, ich will nicht weggeben, die Bonne, ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht abgeben. Oi, die Bonne, ich will nicht weggeben, die Bonne, ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht abgeben. Oi, die Bonne, ich will nicht weggeben, die Bonne, ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht abgeben. Oi, die Bonne, ich will nicht weggeben, die Bonne, ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht abgeben. Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony. Ja chcę kawałek chleba, bo pinkert jest cholera. Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony. Ja chcę kawałek chleba, bo pinkert jest cholera. Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony, bo pinkert jest cholera i bony wszystkim zabiera. Pinkert, stara cholera, wszystkie bony zabiera, ale gleich. Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony, bo pinkert jest cholera i bony nam odbieram. Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony, bo pinkert jest cholera i bony nam odbieram. Oj, die Bonne, ich will nicht geben die Bonne, ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht aufgeben. Oi, die Bonne, ich will nicht weggeben die Bonne, ich will noch ein bisschen leben, die Bonne nicht aufgeben. Oj, ta bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony, ja chcę kawałek chleba, bo pinkert jest cholera. Oj, ty bona, ja nie chcę oddać bony, ja chcę kawałek chleba, bo pinkert jest cholera!
Right. Oh. Sorry. So, just a second. So Jean B. was born in Lodz in the 1920s, and she went to study in the just opened Hebrew University in Jerusalem, which she graduated in 1939, and then she came to see her parents in Lodz. And then guess what happened? And then the Nazis occupied Lodz, and she found herself in the ghetto, which obviously we know that she survived, unlike many others. And she remembered the dance teacher Shammai Rosenblum, together with whom she staged plays for children, and she choreographed together with him those plays. Shammai Rosenblum used to recite that poem by Aleph Lutzki, who was a Yiddish poet at that time, long time living in New York and working for various Yiddish periodicals, and going to Europe as a correspondent for them to source the material. So Eins, Zwei, Drei is one such song that she remembered. And like I said, together, not only we recorded that song, but also the Fortune of Archive commissioned Yulia Ruditskaya to create animation, which you're about to see based on that song. It's rather dark poetry about death and dying, but it was not written during the Holocaust. It was written probably in the 30s.
And the name of my dance was Eins, Zwei, Drei. And Shammai Rosenblum was a teacher, and he was singing to my dance. You want to hear the song? Eins, zwei, drei, 123. Wees du dir so, Bäume in dem Wald, draaien sich so, wenn du Fuß vorbei in a park. And I was dancing on the walls. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Korb und Dress. soy. Bainbridge Bainbridge hasso. When du fors förbi in a bar. Eins, zwei, drei, hast dich die Muschel? Weißt du was er? Weil mein Buchel unter deine Fies, kräuseln mich herauf, wie herauf. Eins, zwei, drei, hast die Unterlin. Zimbel dort so, weißt du was sie tut? Deine Junge Tag, die vergangene, breckelt sie von Nacht. Eins, zwei, drei, hast du's Slepovitch? Weißt du, was du hast? Tom, den weinen das so, wo je weinen sie. Eins, zwei, drei, hast die Bainbridge. Weißt du, was das ist? Das ist doch der Reich auf der Welt gerannt. Was verdurft die Welt nach dem Wort? Eins, zwei, drei, hast das Leben nicht, gedreht sagt, weil wir werden schwer vergraben, wenn von der Welt alle sich zergehen. Tut mir so weh.
Joseph W. was born in Lodz, Poland in 1929, about the same time where Jean was born. When the Nazi occupation began, he and his family were locked in the ghetto. One of Joseph's brightest memories was of Yankele Hershkovich, who composed many songs in the Lodz ghetto and was famous as the ghetto troubadour. who wrote songs for everyone in the ghetto. Stubenältester is a dialect version of the German word Stubenältester. The original meaning of this term was a senior soldier in the barrack room. In the concentration and slave labor camps, the word meant a capo, a prisoner functionary assigned by the SS guards to supervise forced labor or carry out administrative tasks. Stubenältester conveyed the grim reality of everyday life in the camp. The Yiddish lyrics carry a strong influence of German as well as the camp slang. It would be impossible to understand those enigmatic expressions if not for the help of Sam Norridge, the publisher of the Jewish Daily Forward, who was born in a DP camp and who knew a lot of the camp lingo, as well as the filmmaker and the Yiddish songwriter Josh Valetsky, who helped us. From early morning on, I'm restless. I must immediately get moving, and I don't know where to go. Over there in the bathroom, they speak different languages. You run into someone sleeping just like his own bed. Stubenältester, oh, you have your preferences. You reprimand one and you slap the other. Don't start yelling. There's nothing to eat. As Abaya says, that's a common Yiddish expression, Omar Abai, that's a Talmudic era authority, but it means basically, as they say, jeder einer is a chvat. Everyone is a hustler.
Stubenältester, gibst du Gefälster, eine Masuk in den zweiten Apatsch, und beschreien sind Stutzekaien, Maraba ein jeder ist Achvat. Kind bei ihnen Fried, hab ich nicht ein Lied, mir sie gleich antreten in der weißen Schlied, dort im Klosett, sprachen und Rett, treffst du einen Schluffen, wie bei sich im Bett, Stubenältester, gibst du Gefälster.
Fin beginnen friem, hab ich nicht kein Riem, mis ich gleich dran treten, in ich weiß nicht wem. Dort in Klosett sprachen men Rett, treffst die einem Schluffen, sie wie bei sich in Bett. Stubenältester, gibst du Gefältster, eine Masuk in dem zweiten Apatsch. Oi heb nicht schreien, es ist nicht du zu keien, Marabei ein jeder is Achvat. Kimmt der Mittag schon, wäre gel und grün, läuf ich dorten drum, schreit auf der Blockhovo, will haben Ruhm, sucht Memmen teilt, jeder sich heult, Kruppe, Kasche, Manne, Kartoffel und gescheilt, Stubenältester, gibst du Gefältster, eine Masuk in dem zweiten Apatsch. Und heb nicht schreien, es ist nicht du zu keien, Maraba ein jeder is Achvat. Marabei ein jeder is Achvat. Oi, Stubenältester, gibst du Gefältster, eine Masuk in dem zweiten Apatsch. Oi, heb nicht schreien, es ist nicht du zu keien, Marabei ein jeder is Achvat. And that was the only song that Yankele wrote in Auschwitz-Birkenau. And then they were transported to the forced labor facility in Germany at the Büssing factory, which is currently the factory for MAN trucks and buses. But they survived. They returned back to Lodz. But after Gomulka basically expelled the remaining small handful of Jews from Poland, provoking anti-Semitic rallies in 1968, soon after that, Yankele took his life. His wife was not Jewish, she was Polish, and he was too probably embarrassed to emigrate to Israel.
whatever. But his songs remained were in the possession of his two sons, who gave that notebook to Joseph. And Joseph is you cannot hear, but he gave his interview in French. He moved to France, and he in this testimony he pledged to publish Yankele's songs, which he did a few years after that interview as a self-published book. So I didn't have a chance to get my hands on that book, unfortunately. A very small run, very small circulation. But hopefully I will one day. But that's the story of Yankele Hershkovich. Schottens, the title song of our third album, it came out last year. The lyrics of this song, Schottens, Shadows in Yiddish, was composed in the Vilna ghetto by Leib Rosenthal for his 1943 musical review, Korene Jorn Weizene Tag, Rye Years, Wheat Days, which is a play on words, because Weizene Tag in Yiddish resembles Weh zu die Tag, woe to the days. And the review was performed by the Vilna Ghetto Theater, which operated all the time of the ghetto existence. And by the way, I had done, in the year 2000, I had done a research into the archive of the Jiddischer Musikalischer Institut, which existed there from 1924 to 1940. There was a conservatory, a professional conservatory with Yiddish as an instruction language. And the graduates and students of that conservatory gave 38 symphonic concerts in the ghetto, led by Wolf Durmashkin, and there are some pictures, and very few people survived. So cultural life was very much present in the Vilna ghetto, but it was liquidated a year and a half after it was created. So Sima S., born in Vilna, was a Holocaust survivor who shared her testimony with the Fortunov Video Archive. She was an actor in the ghetto theater, was directly involved in this song coming to life, and she also was in some kind of relation, probably not personal, but romantic, but rather creative relationship, partnership with Hirsch Glick, who composed the partisan hymn. Zog nicht keinmal aus de Geist dem letzten Werk, so that Glick. So she was really in the midst of that creative group in the Vilna ghetto. Let's see, very short. So I could not recover who composed the music. It was some popular tango. I talked to dozens of ghetto specialists, tango specialists, including Argentina and including everywhere. Nobody could tell me. With those Tango was a meta-genre of the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. It took the world by storm. It was so popular. So a lot of these songs that we hear were tangos that were appropriated, retexted as contrafactums by people in the ghettos and concentration camps. A beautiful
Seien
tune.
wie Schottens, blonde still in der Nacht, und ihr Schotten vors Fach, weckt sich auf a Gestalt, וכתב אנחנו פוצל, אבל כל הצל פתאום מתקלף, ויוצא ממנה איזשהו גשטלט.
I wander in the ghetto. I see people around here and there. Each person is driven by their fate. And you ask yourself, what is this silly game? Because we are like shadows, wandering quietly through the night. Shadows will disappear. Soon in the grayness you will see. From the falling shadow, an image will separate, brightly lit up like the sun. Ich blonge in Ghetto. Klär. Menschen haben hin und her. Jeder Mensch ist sein Bagger, wird von Geurl getrieben. Nur wosche kommt raus der Fun, hat schon Leben als getan, hast gejogt sich noch der Sohn und in Heuschech verblieben. Du gehst sich afreg, ist die Welt bloß am Milchel.
zu was das Gejäg und das narrische Spielchu, weil mir seinen wie Schottens, blondel still durch der Nacht, weil in Leben und Licht weiß nicht wer wo kriegt, fremd sein eigen Gesicht. Jede Tier, jede Laden ist für uns heit vermacht. Wer von Umet geifig jogt, keiner fragt, was dich blockt, sie a Herz in dir schlagt. Suchst dein Gesicht, dein eigen Ich, nur kannst es nicht gefinnen. Kommst mit der Nacht und wirst in Nacht rinnen, weil wir seinen wie Schottens durch ein Stil in der Nacht. Nur sie eine versteht, wohin jeder geht, wer zum Leben vertät. Weil wir seinen wie Schottens, was die Nacht hat zerspreit. Nur sie eine versteht, wohin jeder geht, wer zum Leben vertät. Heint, hast getroffen mich da, Freund, sehst mein Freud, was hat gescheint, schon verschwenkt von Gewitter. Ich bin Ellen Hefker, dick allein, auf den Weg a Heuler stehen. Keiner hört nicht mein Gewein, keinem Art nicht mein Zitter. Wie oft ich vergess, als ein Mensch ich bin geraten. Mir durcht, ich bin a Mess, oder gar bloß a Schotten. Wellen Schottens verschwinden, Westen Gräuigkeit sind bald, wie von Schotten was fällt, teilt sich aus a Gestalt, wie die Sonne hat zerstrahlt. Weil mir seinen wie Schottens, was die Nacht hat zerspreit, nur sie eine versteht, wohin jeder geht, wer zum Leben vertät. Nur sie eine versteht, wohin jeder geht, wer zum Leben vertät. We find the song, Schrei Herzele Schrei, Cry My Heart Cry, in more than one testimony, both in the Fortunoff Video Archive and in the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum collection. It was sung by Morris K., Willie F., and Frida Burstein-Radasky for the US Memorial Holocaust Museum. By the way, I did not mention that Fortunoff Archive only protects the identity of the interviewees, so we know, for public, at least for public use, we know their first name and last name initial only. And United States Holocaust Memorial Museum does not, so we know Frida Burstein-Radasky is her full name. But obviously, the Fortunoff Archive does have everyone's full names on record. So she sang a slightly different version called Treblinke dort, There Lies Treblinka, which is also the title song of our second volume, Schrei Herzele Schrei. The song conveys the story of frequent deportations
from Warsaw's Umschlagplatz to Treblinka, as seen and felt by the ghetto prisoners. And again, a personal story. We went on the first tour and first post-pandemic tour in the May of 2022 to Germany, Austria, and Lithuania, and Poland. And in Poland, we performed at Zisl, Żydowski Instytut Historyczny, a Jewish historical institute, which is a well-reputed academic institution for many, many years. And they, at that very time, in fact, they had the exhibit, Onek Shabbos. Onek Shabbos was, it's not just Onek Shabbos. Onek Shabbos was the project, the initiative of Emanuel Ringelblum, who was a ghetto survivor, and some of you might know that name. So what does have that to do with this song? He collected and buried underground in 4 large metal containers text messages, notes, any documents from the ghetto. When the time comes, those will be excavated and studied and etc., which exactly what happened. 3 out of 4 containers were found, identified, excavated, and that was the exhibition at Zisl at Institute. And so people who are escaping from Treblinka, who was not far from Warsaw, guess where they were running? Those few who managed to escape. It was a terrible camp. It was an extermination camp. They were running not to the Warsaw ghetto. That was the safest, very counterintuitive. That was the safest place for them to run. Because otherwise they could have been caught by whoever, given away to Germans, you never know. But they went to get back to ghetto where they knew every nook and cranny, they where to go, with the hope to maybe survive, which they did. So the Judenrat, the Jewish police assigned by the Germans there, they tried to prevent spread of panic, spread of rumors, because the news were terrible. Treblinka was terrible, and people were sharing those news like, people, that's even worse than our ghetto. And they were trying to stop the panic, and they were trying to stop people from sharing those news. That's what's going on. But that song was sung, that's why it was shared by many people. In the soup kitchen, it was sung in this labor facility, this, that, everywhere. People were sharing that song by the word of mouth. That's how it was. So therefore, there were different verses, different lyrics there. The storm raged through the world. Entire nations remained without their countries. The storm has ruthlessly destroyed the world. It ripped the sun from the sky and turned day to the night. We're going to, don't expect me to write letters. We're going where they will poison us, and the tates, mamas, the parents will be separated from the children. It's all really, really dark words there.
Dort nicht frei ist der Umschlagplatz verleih, wie man stirbt sich in der Brei zu die Waggonen. Dort hört man ein Geschrei, wie ein Kind schreit zu einer Mama. Wir lassen mich allein, und wir gehen zusammen. Die Polizei, sei haben geheißen schnelle Gei, du wirst nicht leiden mehr kein Neu. Der Vespakim in 3 Bräu, sei haben nicht gewiss, als gehen auf a schnellen Toi. Treblinka da, jeden Jita geht da.
Sei haben nicht gewiss, dass gehen auf a schnellen Toi. In Treblinka da, jeden auf a Gitarre.
Es ist ein Sturm auf der Welt herabgegangen. Es haben Völker verwandelt und Länder, und Rachmones, Joischerdig, Churev gemacht der Welt. Die sind von Himmel herabgerissen, in Fintug gemacht Nacht. Dort, nicht weit, steht ein Umschlagplatz verleiht, wie man stiebt sich in der Breit zu die Waggonen. Dort hört man ein Geschrei, wie ein Kind schreit zu der Mammen. Wie lost mich allein, lass mir gehen zusammen. die Polizei. Sei haben geheißen schneller gehen, die wirst nicht leiden mehr kein Neut. Die wirst bekommen 3 Bräut. Sei haben nicht gewisst, als sei gehen zu a schnellen Teut. Treblinke dort, war jeden Jid a gite Ort. Ich du dort, me kann nicht schreiben mehr kein Wort. Es kommt dahin, verbleib schon dort. Dort in Treblinke, das Herz tit wei, wenn me titzach nur der Mannen, fin tate Mame, kein Treblinke same. Schrei, Herz alle such nicht aus, als die bist a Jid. Schwesterin, Brüder, Tate, Mame, alle gehen zusammen, alle gehen zu versammeln, weil die bist a Jid. Schrei, Herz alle such nicht aus, als die bist a Jid. Schrei, Herz alle such nicht aus, als die bist a Jid. Schwesterin, Brüder, Tate, Mame, alle gehen zusammen, alle gehen zu versammeln, als die bist a Jid. Schrei, Herz alle such nicht aus, als die bist a Jid. Als die bist a Jid. Well, before I do the last song, let me thank the congregation Kol Shalom, and of course Andrea McDuffie and Frank Comande and Rabbi Dario Fagin and all of you who really made my residency here so special and personal, and we've connected on different occasions through this super short Shabbat time. Really, it seems it's 25 hours as Shabbos is ending, but it seems like it's been a little longer than that. I wouldn't over-exaggerate, but it made it so meaningful and so full of humanity, of all this little conversations, but so important conversations and meals and everything together. So I want to thank you all. And this last song in the program is called Zokshain Lechodoidi, Say Lechodoidi, Lechododi. Right? It was composed in a concentration camp by Yecheskel Shraga Rottenberg, who was a member of the Bobov Hasidic community in Poland. Rottenberg was killed in the Holocaust. His songs aimed at boosting morale quickly gained popularity among the Jewish camp prisoners in Poland. Moshe B., who went through several concentration camps and death marches, happened to be one of those people who heard that song and got inspired by it and then remembered it and sang it. It's a long text. It's based on the Lechadodi, Lechudeido, Lechudoidi poem by Shlomo Alkabetz from the 16th century Spain, but it's more than that. It's interspersed with Yiddish commentary. Don't be embarrassed. The holy witness will not be abashed anymore. Why be downcast? All bow-backed Jews shall stand straight. Your despoilers, the disgusting evildoers, all Jew haters, will become your spoil. All of them will get destroyed at once. To the eternal God we will go dancing in joy and celebration.
Say now, Lechodoidi, come, O beloved.
Loi sei voici di aidak doishim vetzech menit shemin Loi si kol miliula velon milisruin evet nehmen Matisch de chafes en weren glachel einge Eden Mate mi in reizen ziel mit freilich gemieden Bok ich sei Anie, schönken die Jeschie, wenn nicht so ihr noch schöne befreie, ihr und die Lo, lecho doidi, jachat kilom hoidi, likras kalvashie faral, na Shabbos nekavlo.
והיו למשיסו דירשויים דמייסה על סויני ישראל למשיסו שוסייך על גלייך צרייבן מתמול ורוחקי כל weg מדרול עול הגולס ועול השיבת מבלויך דיבוס בייסן דיך ולן alle gehen levet Yasis Olaich velohaich, alle Jiden gleich. Kimsos chosen fin sides levioisen, chosen al kalom. Zog shoin lecho doidi, yachad kilam hoidi. Likras kale ayeshifar ale pnei Shabbos nekablo. Zog shoin lecho doidi, yachad kilam hoidi. Likras kale ayeshifar ale pnei Shabbos nekablo. Yomin is moil vi fein und vi voil. Yomin is moil ti freutzi. A stikele fluden, fin keil luden, is unser größter moizi. Wie es a scheim in unser heim, daritzi will mir leuben. Chochme binne is den größte Bchine, will mir alle sein der Heuben. Ja, ich bin Parzi, scheure ani die Schwarze, all ja dich a der Quicke nicht, wenn is mecho wenn agilo. Zog shoin lecho doidi, yachat kilam hoidi, likras kale ayeshifar ale pnei Shabbos nekablo. Zog shoin lecho doidi, yachat kilam hoidi, likras kale ayeshifar ale pnei Shabbos nekablo. Boy bo shuloim si shoin no dem chulom bo shulom a teres beya alo heilige shof steit ufen schlof u wir nano noyalo Gamberino meziv hashechino vel mir nehane zainale Osit kav yochel asois mochel besimcho uvetzoholo Doch emuneyam mir weln sich befreien zusammen Boi kim in dreizachim to boi beshuloim Mit der Schchine weln mir sich freien Zimayref wenn mir sich ausdreien Wenn is mecho venogilo layoim Shekiloi Shabbos malkesoi Zog shoin lecho doidi Shayachat kilam hoidi likras kale ayeshifar ale pnei Shabbos nekablo zog shoin lecho doidi yachad kilam hoidi likras kale ayeshifar ale pnei Shabbos nekablo
Thank you so much. And
songsfromtestimonies.org. You can get a lot of information there. Actually, watch snippets from the testimonies, listen to some of our recordings, read the information, and also download the album from zisl.bandcamp.com. All of that, and after we do the Havdalah, you can also get the CDs of that album, and bring that music home as well. Okay, Havdalah Zeit.
תודה רבה.
Mitfargenigen.
Thank you so much
My pleasure.
for this Shabbat, unforgettable. Take photos, and we will end this amazing Shabbos with Havdalah. So as you said, 25 and something hours ago, we started with Lecha Dodi,
Right.
and now we end
finished
with
Lecha Dodi also, yeah.
Lecha Dodi.
Really a liberation song.
Yeah, so it's Lecha Dodi, Boi Chala. It's a welcoming song as well. So please, if you can stand up, we will turn off the lights, and if we can make a circle, this will be amazing. Yeah. Not yet.
Varzois.
Yeah, please come. Yeah. So I will turn off the TV.
Okay.
What's going on here? It's here. Yeah.
Okay.
Come closer. Okay. So you know Debbie Friedman's tune?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's do this. Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen Yai la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei besamim borei minei besamim Yai la 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 ya la 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 ya la la Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei haesh borei meorei haesh Yai la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Yai la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol hamavdil ben kodesh lechol Yai lai ya la 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 ya la 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 Yai la 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 Yai la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Yai la ya la la Eliyahu Hanavi Eliyahu Hatishbi Eliyahu 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 Hagiladi Bimhera V'yomeinu Yavo Eleinu Im Mashiach ben David עם משיח בן דוד. שבוע טוב, a gute Woche, buena semana, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, a gute Woche, buena semana, שבוע טוב, a good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase, a good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. Shavua Tov, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you. Shavua Tov, Hagu Tavoch. Yeah, buon seman. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments about this program, that's a great time to ask. And also if you want to bring CDs home, I made it easy for you. I have this QR code, so you can just scan them and send your Venmo or PayPal or Zelle, whatever you do, cashless. And you can also scan that to, if you want, just to download from Bandcamp, and also buy the book. I have the book, the Magid's Klezmer book folio here. So let me know what you want. I hope, or if you have any questions, also happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much. $18. And tell me which one. I also have the CDs of my band Litvakos. You heard, so there's that. The music of Jewish Belarus, and 3 volumes of songs from testimonies. So tell me what you want. What you would like to have. What is that? Okay, so this is... Okay. Thank you. Enjoy. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, book. Right. I brought in concert key and for B-flat instruments.
Right. My daughter's the musician.
Nice. Yeah, take care. Nice to meet you. Yeah, that's the 30. And if you're using, what are you using? Venmo is great. Yeah. Oh, yes. So everybody can hear. Yeah.
Not this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was distracted. Some objects.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.